Hi everyone! Welcome! So this is the first time that I'm actually doing a Facebook cook-a-thon, if you want to call it, or whatever it is. I want to do something special for everyone during the current time. So, what we're going to do first is just give a great thank you to Facebook for allowing me to do this. And another thank you to Chappy. If you haven't gotten the dating app, it's a good place to go. So I'm going to take this off and we're going to get started. So the first thing that we're going to cook today is fried chicken. We're going to do a great fried chicken from Midwestern style, back in Ohio where I'm from. We're also going to do a different type of very nice unroasted asparagus, and we're going to follow it with a garlic mashed potato. So let's just dive right into it and let's do it. Now I'm taking the matter of getting everything kind of already ingrained and the ingredients prepared, so bear with me, but if you do need any specifics in regards to like how much should I use of whatever item, let me know and I'll be more than happy to get that for you. Just DM me, okay? Perfect. So, what you need to do first is, actually, before I even get to the flour, we gotta get our chicken. So, normally, the good way to marinate is take your chicken. You shouldn't let it marinate. Some people do it for 24 hours, some people do it for 5 hours. I do it for about an hour and a half. But I do take some really nice, great, chunky chicken breasts. I cut them up into like thinly sliced pieces. And what I'll do is I'll add a little bit of different stuff to it. So we have, if you want it spicy, we'll have hot sauce, we'll have a little bit of horseradish, and then your regular spices to this. And again, like I said, you can DM me if you really need to know what is inside the portions that I use. So after you do that, when you put your ingredients together, we're going to go ahead and cook this meal. The most important thing to do is get your oil ready. You can do this air fry style if you wanted to, but I would recommend for the first time doing it like this. I'm going to go ahead and put some oil into this pot. If my cameraman wants to come around and just get a look at this up close, that'd be great. Good. That's the wrong pot. This is the right one.
No, that's the wrong one.
Okay, this is the right one. This is my first time doing this kind of video, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm going to do is pour enough for my chicken to actually be able to cook into this pot over there. This should be enough because I'm only going to put 2 to 3 pieces inside of each thing that I cook. But what you'd like to do is get it to a certain temperature where it pops. And how you know if it's ready is you literally will take your hands, dip it in some water, go in there, and if it burns, it's ready to go. Second thing to do, we have our asparagus. So this asparagus is cooked with butter, black pepper, and there's a little bit of salt here, and anything else that you can do to make this asparagus good. You want to set your temperature in your oven. Turn the timer off. Go ahead, and I would put it to 410. 410, 415 is the best to cook asparagus. You only really need to cook asparagus for probably a good 10 to 15 minutes, but in this case, we're doing everything new. So we're just gonna go ahead. So anyway, I'm gonna let that preheat and warm up. While that's preheating and warming up, as you can see, I got this heating up and warming up. Last thing, we said garlic mashed potatoes. This is my bowl for the garlic mashed potatoes. I have a secret for when I actually do the garlic mashed potatoes, but what I can tell you is 2 cups of water. So I already put 1 cup of water in there. Excuse my mess because I make cocktails. I'm going to go ahead and put a second. And usually what I like to do is after I put 1 or 2 things of water in there, I'll try to get a half of one, just because, you know, sometimes you cook and it doesn't always go the way it's supposed to go, so it might be longer. So therefore, a little bit extra. Again, you don't have to do this at home, but this is what I do. So, we have the water there. Now here comes the fun part. Are you ready for this? What I've done is, of course I have our meat here that is very well seasoned. There's a couple extras you could add. A lot of recipes don't say put onions, green peppers, parsley, any of that stuff to what I like to do once everything is kind of mixed is actually take a little bit of my onions, spread it across. This is also a mix of green pepper and a mix of garlic, fresh garlic. And at the top, where this green is, that's a mixture of parsley and cilantro. So you take the parsley, you take the cilantro. The best thing about all this is you can do the same thing for your asparagus. So I would take that, I wouldn't cover it too heavy, but put a good amount for the asparagus, because in any regards, when it's done, it'll come out with the flavors that you're looking for. But still, put a good amount there. It almost covers it. And then I put 2 little short sticks of butter too, so that it all works in the way that it's supposed to. And trust me, when it's ready, it's gonna be amazing. You'll see this is my first video, but I also like to use my hands all the time when I'm a clean freak. So once I think my oil is warm enough, I'm going to go ahead and test it, and if it's ready, I'm going to go ahead and start mixing it with chicken. So let's see if that's ready. Remember, you take a little bit of water, I splash it, I can hear splashes, which means the chicken is ready. So this is great. Next step. So over here, what I have is a little bit of egg, with a mixture of black pepper, there's some seasoned salt. You can put in there whatever you like. I just choose to use that. If you are doing eggs with this particular type of batch that I'm doing, you would do about 4 to 5 eggs. Sorry, just washing my hands again. As I said, I'm a plain freak. And our oven is still preheated, so I cannot put in what you call it. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next step. So the next step is going to literally be taking this chicken and putting it in different ways. I know everybody's used to putting like one batch and having this, and there it is. We're going to do it very differently. I'm going to make sure that I keep this grease at a temperature, or the Crisco as it's called, medium. You don't want it high, you don't want it too hot, because if you put it in and it's much hotter than what it's supposed to be, then it's going to splash in your face. How many people have I had looking at this, by the way?
4 viewers so far.
We need more viewers, so tell your friends to look at my fucking video. Thanks. Alright, so we're going to do this. The first thing you do, which nobody ever does, is just, again, mix your greens and everything else together. And then very simply, you'll take the piece of chicken. Remember, this is 2 cups of buttermilk. There's some hot sauce in here. I believe it's 2 tablespoons of hot sauce. There's some honey in here. There's a little bit of spicy mustard. It's fabulous. Take that, dump it in here, cover it a little bit. Just like that. Cover it, right? Pull it up, you shake it, you get the excess off of it. Dump it into that egg mixture that we made. Again, let it sink a little bit, and then bam, plop it in. So this is twice now that we're breading this. Now normally what I like to do is, again, I'm going to wash my hands, so I'm a little careful. And I should have thought about this before, but I didn't. Actually I did, I see the pan on it. So, I'm going to take this. This is literally just a bucket that drains stuff, and then a bucket that catches it. So I'll put these 2 here. And I'm going to put the chicken in here before I even cook it. I want to let it drain or give any access of anything that doesn't need to be there. And we repeat the steps again. Once in here, cover with the mixture that we created. Put it in our batch that we love, which looks like we may need some more eggs. Bring it back over to here, and everything that I use is going in the garbage after this, so don't think that I'm like wasting anything. Once it's full enough, it looks good, move your mixture over, and you continue the same thing. So I'll do 3 or 4 of these until I feel like it's time to, not that one, but I'll do a couple where I think it's comfortable to. So see how we mix that? Now we're gonna put that, remember, in our mixture, the egg and everything else, and if you need a description, just email me. Put it back in here. This also has breadcrumbs too, not just flour and all the other ingredients. Now normally they would tell you, keep it over here for like 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting some pieces in because it seems like everything else is ready. Just give me 2 seconds. I don't want to be Edward Scissorhands over here. How are we looking, babe? Everything good?
Yeah, 3 viewers so far.
3. I lost a viewer. Glad.
People are coming and going. It's all right.
So, remember I was telling you about this? This is our asparagus. You gotta have it in butter, onions, garlic, a little bit of seasoning, some oil, and black pepper. And we'll put this in for about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. That's hot. I'm gonna let that cook for about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna start putting the chicken in. Remember I put an extra half of water in for the garlic mashed potatoes. The garlic mashed potatoes will be done in 1 minute, and I told you there's a surprise to it, so don't hate me at the end for this. So I'm gonna do 2 more of these, and I'm gonna go ahead and start putting them in because they're about ready to go ahead and be cooked. So again, what you want to do is make sure that you don't spill it on the floor, but also make sure that everything is covered in the flour. Once it is completely covered in that flour, you can transfer it over to this egg mix that I made, that I can give you the recipe for if you dare. And once it's in this egg mix, you can literally just wrap it up, go back ahead and transfer it. And what this does is really allow, if you love a lot of breading, if you don't like a lot of breading and you prefer your wings a little bit more looser, then you can do so. But in this particular recipe, and because I am from Ohio, I do love a lot of breading, so I'll put a lot in there. And then you go to your next step. So again, like I told you before, I wash my hands a million times. They should call me Edward Wash Hands, not Scissor Hands. But anyway. Our water is completely on point, by the way. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this first. I'm going to put a couple in here. So we can come over here and look at that. You see it being dropped in here? So you ready? This is how hot your grease should be. That's perfect. Not too hot at all. That's great. I love that. I'm going to add a little bit more water to our potatoes because that's not the way they're supposed to be. And then what I'm also going to do is turn up the volume on our chicken because it should be bubbling a little bit more. You want to make sure all the texture too is underwater. That is hot, so please, I don't invite you to put your finger in there, but I've cooked for a while, so I can do a lot of stuff. Anyway, your chicken should only be inside or under for at least, I would say, a good 3 to 5 minutes. After that, it should be ready. So we're at 5:23 and people are laughing at me, I see on this, but at 5:26, we're gonna flip it, and then we're gonna let it cook for another 3 minutes. And I'm gonna continue to cook what I think, oh, it was the onion that was done. Oh no, that was the preheating of the oven. All right, so anyway, cocktails by Absolute and my buddy Jordan. Thank you so much. So anyway, you see how things are made. We have repetition. Again, I'm going to go ahead and you'll keep doing this over and over again. remember we put this in the flour first, and then we put it in the eggs. So we'll go ahead and put it in our batch that is ready to be cooked. We'll take a look at the clock to remember that 3 minutes is top for one side, and you're going to turn it over. So I'm going to make sure that I put this all in here and get ready for the next batch. And I'll go ahead and get ready for the next batch. So literally, here's one, here's two. These look and smell great. They smell like really spicy. So I'm going to go ahead, put those in there. Oh, so good. I didn't even do my hair before this, by the way, so if I look crazy, I apologize. Anyway, I'm always sexy. And I'm gonna go ahead and flour baste these, like you should. Keep in mind the time again. And also remember that you have your asparagus in the oven that's cooking, so you should be aware of that. We have Prince in the background, which is fabulous. So I put those here. The next thing you do is you remember, put them in your base of eggs, which again, it depends on how much chicken you make. But I'm gonna go ahead and plop that in there. Flip it a little bit, just so it gets sticky. And if you want the extra breading, we do this. If you don't want the extra breading, do not do this step where, like, you literally could just have this in your mixture with one egg and then get everything all mixed together and then be done with it. But if you want the extra breading, like KFC style or real Southern chicken, or Midwestern chicken for that matter, you would go ahead and actually put it in this extra type of breading, or this extra mixture that I'm doing. Your hands get gross too, it's really disgusting. Anyway, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna wash my hands again, and then I'm gonna continue the steps one more time. And then we're gonna have a taste tester, and we're gonna see our asparagus, and we're gonna see our mashed potatoes. It's gonna be amazing. So let's keep going. We're almost there. Back over here, wash my hands. This water is hot as hell, by the way. If I can describe the temperature, it will be hell. So, anyway, got that going. These look great. We're just gonna flip them over for another 3 minutes, that's all. So I'm gonna go ahead and take, keep calm and bake on, all right? Take that, flip these over, and the next time that I do these, I'm actually gonna go ahead and let them cook at more than just 3. The recommendation is like having 3, but I think that you can have a lot more than 3 in your pot or your pan or whatever you want to call it. And the best way to store these things and take them out, I'll show you. So, just like back home, what we used to do, take a plate. We used to have only big napkins. Now they actually tear in 2, so it's like 4 pieces in 1. But if you still are older, or if you have the other napkins, you would have 4 like so, and you could place all your fried stuff here. How many do we have now?
2.
What the fuck?
People come and go. Now
Okay.
1.
All right.
Better pick it up.
All right. So, like I said before, we're only going to follow these steps like one more time, and then we're going to follow up on our garlic mashed potatoes, and we're going to check in on the asparagus that's also ready. So, I have 3 here. These need to get transferred here, so I'll put some over there. It's 5:28. We have 1 more minute. We can take these out, and you're gonna see how they turn out. It's gonna be beautiful. I had tongues somewhere. Here they go. When they come out, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe this worked. This guy is actually knowing what he's talking about. But we do have 1 more minute before it can come out, and this song sucks. So anyway, remember, just season everything appropriately. Make sure that you're looking at the timing. We do have some other items that are coming out, like I spoke about, every 10 minutes. And in about 1 minute or 30 seconds, we'll be able to go ahead and take these out, and you can see the true beauty of how they're supposed to look when they're officially ready. They look great. If you can come over here and just get that, they're popping great. They look so good, right? You want to zoom in on that if you can?
Girl, we're zoomed in.
Alright. Okay, so I do have tongues, by the way. I saw somebody in a comment. They're here. I'm just anal about it. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and take them out. This is the first batch, by the way. Those look good. So let's do the second batch. I prefer mine's a little darker, because those aren't that dark. So I'm gonna go ahead like I did before, place them in there. If you do need them darker, keep them in there for the same amount of time. Just do not cook them at the same heat, if you know what I mean. So same thing, same kind of wings. Gonna put them in there. This time I'm going all in. Because they can all fit. As long as they can fit underneath, you're okay. That's all you want, is fitting. Okay? And like I said, we still do have a surprise coming for the mashed potatoes. And that's gonna happen in about 1 minute. I'm just gonna wash these really quick. Just like my hands, I like to wash everything else. I'm anal, I know. But I'm also cleanly when I'm cooking. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit just because it wasn't as golden as I would like it to be. But you also have to be careful with the temperature you set it at, because if it's too high, it could burn it, it could cook too fast, it could not cook enough. There's a lot of different things that can happen that aren't right. Also, you don't have to transfer it from one basket to another like this and wait. I chose to do that just because it's a more convenient and eco-friendly way to me. And if I am cooking something, like it could be cooked while I'm waiting. So all this is just like whatever. This is whatever, that's whatever. We got our chicken in here. This is baking. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on our garlic mashed potatoes because these are also finished soon too. So I told you there was a surprise for the garlic mashed potatoes. 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. I'm making instant garlic mashed potatoes. You think it tastes like crap. You go at the store, try it. Don't tell me that you think it tastes like shit until you actually try it. And then when you do try it, you'll thank me. Sorry. Can't believe I just coughed. But pepper got stuck in my throat while I was talking. I am very fine, thank you. And asparagus. Oh my god, it looks so good. So, at this point, you can turn your asparagus off. I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. Remember, our chicken's still burning. We wanted to go to 539, which would be 96 minutes. This is how your asparagus comes out. It's not dried, it's tender, it has garlic, it has parsley, it has everything it needs to on it. You can shave off whatever you need to. Restaurants do the same thing. But this is going to be amazing with the rest of the dinner. So I'm just going to place this over here. You don't really need that right now. And you also want to let your garlic cool off for at least 6 to 8 minutes. So next thing we need to do is make sure we wash this. Still not ready. So I'm going to take it to the next level. I also have this too. This is another tool you can use if you want to scoop up your chicken so you don't drown any, like, whatever. What are you saying? Did I use this before?
That's not what that's for.
Okay. Well, in certain videos, people actually take this to scoop up their chicken and drain whatever it needs to, and then you can put it like on a plate. We're gonna see how this chicken differentiates, by the way, between the other chicken that I had. It cannot be as dark because I didn't put as much breading on it as I usually do, which you get from that like KFC or that really golden dark you like. But in this case, the chicken will still turn out very well. So, again, we have that made. The last step in the process of what we need to do are the mashed potatoes. Like I said, it was a surprise because they're instant. So you can go ahead and put the camera over there. Usually, I think I put a little bit too much water, but we'll check out. But what you'll do, you put some black pepper. I like a lot of black pepper. And the best next thing to put is butter. You might think I'm crazy when you bake a cake or whatever, but this is the amount of butter you need when you're making garlic mashed potatoes. So, unless you have like diabetes or something, I wouldn't recommend it. And then all you have to do is just mix this all together. When it's already warm, it's a mixture. And then if it is watery like this, which this is what happens sometimes with instant garlic mashed potatoes, all you have to do is warm it up. They're fake anyway, so who gives a hell? But if you do warm it up a little bit, they'll boil slightly, and that butter and everything else will melt in there, and it'll be fine. So we're gonna go back to the chicken, which is perfect. You look at that, cooked through, very good chicken. Again, I didn't use heavy,
Beautiful.
all right. I didn't use heavy, whoops. It sometimes it slides right off. Yeah. So, God. So there's that. So the chicken looks great. Does that look great? Or what? So obviously everything didn't get to stick on there for whatever reason. but it's still a very good tender chicken. And you think, is this cooked or not? It is. I'll show you. But first, let me just drop these in here. Okay. So the best way to tell if your chicken is ready or not is watching a knife over here. It's a beautiful knife. We bought it. Everybody should have a great big knife like this. It's very sharp. What you can do to tell if your chicken is ever ready is cut through the middle of it. It's okay. If you see no white or tenderness, that's one good sign. The other sign is that it is all white in the chicken. If you spend a lot on good products, it'll turn out the way it's supposed to. But this is a lot of fried chicken. We're going to try one more batch. This batch is going to be a little bit darker than the rest just because I'm going to amp it up a little bit. But I guarantee this will be the stuff. And I also have a taste tester who's going to come out and try all the food. So I'm really excited for all this. So another good thing in the kitchen to remember is when you are cooking, wash your dishes while you're cooking. Don't wait until everybody's finished. If you have them there, put them in, get them ready, do your thing. Also, I put the chicken at 540, so at 5:49 they should be finished. So all I normally do, get everything in there and ready. We got our garlic mashed potatoes over here still boiling. They're looking very good though. They just need to get a little bit more solid. And the chicken looks great. And so is the asparagus, to be honest. If anything, I might have messed up on the mashed potatoes. I put too much in because it didn't look right at first, but now it doesn't look right now. But anyway, I'm having fun and that's all that matters. So, what I'm gonna do is put like a plate together. I want to have a tester come out, try what the food is, and you guys see the reaction. And then afterwards, if you're interested, you can have some of the food too. How many viewers do we have right now? Okay, we're getting up there. Let me go ahead and get our first contestant. Give me 2 seconds. Come on out, Bella. Hey, keep going. Hi! You look great! Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bella, the roommate.
So she's gonna try the chicken today. And do you want to try a piece of asparagus too?
Yeah.
Alright, perfect.
Of course.
So, which one would you like?
I've never seen Kentucky Fried Chicken before.
No? I've never seen it. But it's gonna be great.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's do this. So you can be honest, say how you think it feels.
How you think it feels?
How's it taste?
I was laughing when I knew earlier because you said turn the volume up instead of turn the heat up.
Did I say?
Alright,
So let me get you a fresh fork. And here's a knife.
So you grew up eating this chicken?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see.
Tell me what you think.
Let's see if this tastes
true.
like home.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Alright.
Looks good.
Looks good. This is really different.
Yeah, right? Is it good though?
It's good.
Yeah?
But it's different. It's like, it has a ranch flavor on it.
Yeah,
I taste the mustard and the onion in there.
Oh my god, you got it. That's exactly what I put in
Onion?
there. Yeah.
Or mustard.
Both. Yeah.
Really good.
Alright. So as I can tell you folks, it works. It's good. You should try it. If you need anything, DM me. I'm so happy to do that. And thank you so much for watching me through these crazy ass times.